The Enclave, a secret political organization that descended directly from members of the pre-war US government and has played a vital role in the Fallout franchise, to say the least. Whether you like him or hate him, the Enclave has a central place in Fallout lore and is arguably the most important antagonist in Fallout history. The thing is, despite their prominence in past Fallout games, the Enclave does not make a single true appearance in Fallout 4, which has fans more than a little disappointed. However, all hope is not lost, since recently a lot of fans have been speculating that the Enclave could potentially return in a Fallout 4 DLC. While something like this is far from confirmed, there's still a decent amount of evidence supporting the Enclave's return in a DLC at some point, so let's go ahead and examine the facts here. The first and rather minor point is that Bethesda has specifically said they're basing the DLC off of fan feedback, and given the fact that so many fans are up in arms about the lack of Enclave in Fallout 4, it's very possible Bethesda will listen to these suggestions. Secondly, the Enclave has made an appearance of some sort in every single Fallout game since Fallout 2, and while that definitely doesn't necessitate their return in Fallout 4, it seems a little odd for Bethesda to just cut them out entirely. The Enclave is a very important part of Fallout identity, so the lack of Enclave in Fallout 4 has left the game feeling as though it's missing something to some extent. But if they brought the Enclave back in a DLC, this would instantly be fixed. Also, from a marketing perspective, an Enclave DLC would make Bethesda so much money. If Bethesda released this DLC late in Fallout 4's cycle, it could literally mean the revival of the game. So from both a fan and sales point of view, the DLC is a really good idea. Next up, while this information I'm about to mention is taken from Fallout Tactics, and some details from Tactics do contradict canon, it's indicated from that game that the Enclave have a presence in Chicago, which leaves open the opportunity for them to either make their way to Boston, or even for us to travel to Chicago in the DLC. In addition, the X01 power armor from Fallout 4 has been said hundreds of times to have been produced by the Enclave, and the fact that there are a good amount of suits of the X01 power armor in the Commonwealth means the Enclave must have had a major presence there at some point. To me, it doesn't really make any sense for Bethesda to hint at something like this and clearly have the Enclave as part of the Commonwealth's lore, but then not have them play a role in Fallout 4 at all. Finally, even though the Enclave's return might contradict lore to some extent, Bethesda has been known to contradict lore in the past for better game experiences, so it's not out of the question to do this again here. Thus, while it's far from confirmed, I would definitely say there's a pretty high possibility the Enclave will be coming back in a Fallout 4 DLC at some point. Moving on here, supposing Bethesda were to introduce an Enclave DLC, let's go ahead and talk DLC specifics for a little bit. For one, it would be really interesting to see how the Enclave interacts with other Fallout 4 factions. They would definitely be hostile to the Brotherhood, but who knows how they deal with the other factions. You know what, actually, on second thought, they'd probably just dub everyone communist muties and try to kill them all, knowing the Enclave, but that would still be pretty interesting if it happened. Finally, like I said earlier, there's also the possibility for us to travel to Chicago in this DLC. If the Enclave is indeed in Chicago, it would be a really nice breath of fresh air for us to be able to go there, since it would give us some new territory to explore. Bethesda usually does at least one DLC in their games where you're able to travel to a completely new area, so it's not out of the question that we'd be able to travel to Chicago and interact with the Enclave. Well, alright folks, that is pretty much gonna do it for this video. As always, if you enjoyed, be sure to drop me a like down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more Fallout 4 content in the future. Also, be sure to let me know down in the comments, do you guys think the Enclave will be returning in a Fallout 4 DLC at some point? And guys, the answer better be yes, because if not, then you're a communist mutie. Otherwise, I hope you commies have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.